Hello everybody, my name is Goosebumps Dummies, legally on paper, given at birth name, and today I'm going to be talking about the Goosebumps Collector's Caps books. Now first off, a little off topic, I just had foot surgery, so I'm not going to be in the greatest mood to make videos every day. So if there's a gap in videos coming out, if I forget or just don't want to, just know it's probably because I have an achy foot. And though I do have pain reliever, it is not exactly the most helpful thing. My foot, particularly my big toe, is going to sting because I had a fucking screw put in it, so it'd be straight. Yeah, it's been a rough past few days, and I've been kind of down. But now I'm back home, and now I have all this Goosebumps around me. I've been really happy all of a sudden. Very glad to be back home, and I can't wait to share some Christmas spirit with this Christmas-ish video, which is why I'm making it now, because one of the books we're talking about, of the two, there's only two, but there's some stuff to be talked about, nonetheless, is a Christmas book. So I wanted to share it and just kind of glaze how fucking awesome it looks. We'll get to that later. And yeah, we're just going to be going over anything and everything to do with the Goosebumps Collector's Caps books. These are things that I think, let me just get out my opinion, because I don't know if I'm going to review these ever individually. I think the Collector's Caps books are okay. Both of them are like a 7 out of 10. I have read them both, yes. I've read and played them both almost a year apart, but I have touched both of these, not inappropriately, and I have picked them up and read them. So, yeah. We're going to be talking about general contents and what's in these books, as well as what I think of the looks and some just cool facts about them. Anything and everything to do with them. So let's just dive right in. Starting off with, well, book 1. This is the first one. It came out in June of 1995. The other one coming out the same year, so this is going to be a big time jump. Yeah. This one came out in June, and it had some of the more recent books at the time. This was a 1995 release. This was one of the first ever Goosebumps books, aside from Give Yourself, which actually came out a month after this, I believe, in July of 1995. So this was predating Give Yourself, but came out after Tales. So this was the second Goosebumps spin-off series, even though it was 2 books. But we also count triple headers, so I guess it's fair to count it as another spin-off. Even if there's no stories in them, it just features descriptions of stories and fun facts, which is what this book is. This book features fun facts about Goosebumps books and some behind-the-scenes info, and I think it's really fun. All right, we get some info on the most famous one, in all of them actually, is this one having lore for the shopkeeper from the Haunted Mask, which is some crazy shit there, might I add. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool lore. Spoiler alert. Dude got into a freak accident at his school after going through some biology and kept making these faces to fix his ugly face. Yeah, this dude, we got some childhood backstory. Freak lab accident at his school. He snuck in one night, I think trying to prove his science teacher wrong, biology teacher, whatever, but he was something better. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool lore in here, and there's some other things. I believe this book, or was it, I don't know which one, but I don't know which one mentioned this, but one of the books mentioned a character named Big Al, and I'm assuming it's this one, even though it's referring to Uncle Al, but that's in the next one, so I'm not quite sure. But either way, one of the books mentioned Big Al, which is one of the characters from the Return and Escape from Carnival of Horrors. He was in both, Big Al. They were referring to Uncle Al. So, fun fact, I believe it was in this one, of all things, since it came out the month before, it leaked Big Al. Funny enough, it leaked the first Give Yourself Goosebumps books character, or main villain, I guess, Big Al, the carnival owner. Not really a big spoiler, but it's a really funny fact, I think, that it just leaked it by accident, because these were being co-wrote at, like, the same time, I'm assuming. This wasn't written by Stine, by the way. It's probably ghost written. I mean, no shit. I don't know who wrote it. If you know, please leave some info in the description below. It might be in the book, but I never bothered to even check. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, either way, really cool. This spoiled Big Al. It's just in the name, though. And I will real quickly show the box. This is a really fucking cool box with this dark purple design and Curly Slammer, which I don't have any of the Slammers out of the pack, probably because I never bothered to get them. But pretty cool. It is he has a y'all know what Fred has from Scooby-Doo? He's wearing one of those, and that's it. He's all white. I think the second one's way cooler, but either way, here's the back with all of the pogs. I'll show an image with all the pogs in a bit. and the slammers and the books. So yeah, it comes with those books and descriptions and pogs. And now we move on to the second one. Hold up, before I move on to the second one, we also had this come out. Now, there's been no found other version for the second book, the Holiday Collector's Caps, but this was translated to Scaredy Cap Special in the UK. This is the UK version of the book I just showed, the first Collector's Caps, the orange and yellow one. Vomit yellow, almost. Yeah, there was a UK edition that came out. It's a bit, more like this. There is a sealed version online. Well, not for sale, but there's a picture of it. It's on the wiki, which I'll be linking in the description if you want to get some more info on the books themselves. There's a sealed picture of it. And yeah, it is literally the same book on the inside. It is identical. Has the same description, same caps in the box or packet or whatever. Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting that this is the only other version we know of these books, or at least the first one. Yeah, pretty cool, and I just so happen to have it, so fuck it, I'll show it. Now, moving on to my favorite of the two, not really much competition. Oh, fucking look at this thing. The Holiday Collector's Caps book. Let me tell ya, this is how you make a Goosebumps cover, right? Maybe nostalgia, because I actually found this one in the wild. I didn't have to order this one. This is the only Collector's Cap related thing I ever found in the wild. Alright? Maybe it's because of that, but either way, look at that. Motherfucker. This is sexy. This is, I want to fuck it. You got these beautiful, beautiful ornaments. They're so simple, it's like super cool. Let alone the color scheme is awesome. You got some of the really coolest cover arts in all of Goosebumps. You got Ghost Beach, Dummy 2, Shocker on Shock Street, and some other ones that I'm not big fans of, but still. And same ones on the back up here. It's formatted like an OG62 book, only no. It's way, way, way thinner. It's like maybe 48 pages, yeah. And it does the same thing as the first book, alright? Let me just show the sealed one real quick. Oh, even better, because the ornament scheme is all over the packaging. Sorry for the voice crack. And we have a Christmas curly. Look at that. That's cool. And it's way less white all around. Yeah, very sick looking. Here is the back of it. Hell yeah. These are honestly some of the coolest things I've ever seen. Seriously. Especially this one. And yeah, you can see it. It's just a cool-ass cover art. So enough glazing on that. That is just one of the coolest book designs I've ever seen for Goosebumps. Just because of the color scheme alone is just so Christmassy. Love it. That's why I brought it up today of all days, because it's almost Christmas. So why not talk about the Christmas Caps book? The Holiday Collector's Caps book, as it's called. This one does the same thing as the first one. It has more trivia and more games. It features said pogs, which I'll just show an image right now, all of them together with their respective books. Yeah, really, really, really cool stuff. Same thing as the first one, just for their respective books and different trivia. Well, it's the same exact game style. See, we got crosswords, we have word searches, if I could find them. But yeah, same stuff as the first one, just for respective different books. And, yeah. If I wanted to mention anything else about these books before I get into something really cool, Curly, it has dialogue. And that's probably the most infamous thing, aside from the Haunted Mask lore you get dropped in the first one, is that there's a Curly monologue in both of these. Yeah. The first one has one, and this one has one. Both of them are different. This one's more Christmassy. You can tell. It starts off with, ho, 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 horrors! Curly here wishing you a cool Yule, It's pretty cool. Yeah, these have Curly monologues. So if you want Curly in a Goosebumps book, he was in the Collector's Caps books. Both of them. He got a monologue at the beginning of each. That was his only written dialogue, I think, almost ever, aside from The Art of Goosebumps, which is a controversial book in itself for some, I believe, licensing issues or something. I'm not quite sure. Still not fully aware of what's going on with that. Might make a video about that someday. The issues with that book I've heard. But yeah, sick-ass books. And now I wanted to bring up one more thing before I ended this video. We're at the 10-minute mark right now. Always from my recording, excluding the intro. Might talk about these again one day, because there's a game. Yeah, you can play a game with these things, weirdly enough. I believe it's the same for both. Probably. No shit. Assuming you actually open these, you can use the caps, and you can play a game with the caps and the slammer. I'm not quite sure how it works. It might be a heads or tail thing. But I just want you to know, if you have all 12 caps, a slammer, and the book for instructions, you can fucking play a game. There is a game that is written, and I believe in both books, talking about how you can play a game with the slammers and the caps. Yeah, maybe one day I'll bring that up in a video. Aside from this one or not, maybe I'll even, like, somehow play it, or I'll just do a guide video or talk about how cool it is. Thought I'd mention it here, because it is a thing in the book, and yeah, that is another Goosebumps game that exists, aside from, like, other random-ass Goosebumps things. I mean, I still have to update that board game video that I did a year ago, which I might not even do so, because we got a Clue game, and now we got another new Goosebumps board game. I believe we had something else coming out sometime next year. Yeah, puzzles. We got new puzzles announced. Probably should have brought that up. Yeah, we got puzzles coming up, y'all. We got some crazy Goosebumps shit coming up. And, yeah, I'm very sad that this little Goosebumps series never got continued. But either way, honestly, they're not the greatest of books. I'm mostly there for the cover art and design of the packaging. It's sick. Like, it's genuinely really cool. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this info video or guide, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.